Hi class, this is Dr. Dittberner. I am going to walk you through how to do your first laboratory, which is going to be due next Friday. If you look at the syllabus or at our class schedule, it will say Exercise Activity 1. So if you remember from the other video, go to your home page on Mastering A&P and click on Study Area. When you get to Study Area, you go over here to the left side and click on PhysioX 9.0. Once at PhysioX 9.0, you're going to have, or once that opens, you're going to have two options, two tabs. You're going to hit either this blue link or this link. And so we'll click on one. And this is redirecting you to your laboratory. Just taking a second on the computer tonight. Here we have all 12 exercises for anatomy and physiology through Mastering A&P, but if you look under each one of these exercises, there's a bunch of activities. So this time we're going to do activity 1, so just scroll down. If you look here, always for the entire exercise 1, which there's 5 activities, there's a nice little thing that you can read through here. This will have important terms that you should understand, and all of this is fair game on your questions. Now in this activity, at least the ones pertaining to simple diffusion, and the ones eventual exercise activities 2 through 5, you might find answers in this. So always read your overview first and take notes on it. Objectives tab is going to be the 4 things that they're expecting you to learn with this laboratory. Introduction is very important to read through and take notes on. Within this, within this assignment, they talk about kinetic energy, concentration gradients, understand what that is. They'll give you the simple term of what diffusion is. Osmosis. This is page 2. On page 2 of this, you'll see molecular weight cutoff. MWCO. This is a very important concept when you're using dialysis membranes in this diffusion experiment. There will be certain things that can get through the membranes and certain things that can't diffuse through the membranes, and it will be based on the molecular weight of that molecule. So you should understand what the molecular weight is. You should understand Avogadro's number and the mass of a molecule. If you don't know that before you go into this lab, please go read it in the book, go on to Mastering A&P. You can even watch the video that's posted for next week, which will explain it also. When we go to the pre-lab quiz, there's 4 questions. The lab will be worth 15 points. So these 4 questions will be part of those 15 points. So if you get 2 wrong here, then you'll only get a 13 out of 15 on your laboratory. There is absolutely no reason as you get to the end of these that you couldn't go back to the introduction instead of hitting submit and review and try to find the correct answers for your lab questions. If you hit submit on that 4th question, you can't go back anymore. This would submit your questions to your lab report up here. The experiment is a lot like playing a video game in a way. This is a virtual laboratory, so you follow the directions over here on the left. Drag the 20 molecular weight cutoff membrane to the membrane holder between the beakers. Here's the membrane holder. So you come over here and you grab the 20 and you slide it right over and drop her in. And then you just continue to follow the next instructions. There will be questions within the experiment also that will be important for you to learn and understand. Then of course we go to our post-lab quiz, and again on this laboratory it's just 4 questions, as you can see here. Most importantly is our review sheet. When you do your review sheet, it's a short answer essay questions. Like this one says, describe 2 variables that affect the rate of diffusion. Notice it doesn't say list 2 variables that affect the rate of diffusion. No, it says describe them. So you don't have to write, half a paper or half a page. Just 2 simple paragraphs will define those 2 variables and explain them to me and show me that you understand them. finally, when you're done, you would hit submit, and all of your 4 pre-lab questions, your entire laboratory, the experiment itself, the 4 post-lab questions, and the review sheet will be completed. As you can see here, it says I haven't submitted any of this, but it would be all printable and viewable under lab report. The next important step would be to save this to a PDF, and when you do that, you're saving it onto your computer so that you can grab it, and that's what we're going to show you next. We're going to go to our home page. If you're on our home page for our class, this is the student view. You can see I've switched it over to student. Here's our home page. What you want to go is go to assessments and to Dropbox. And here's our first activity, exercise 1, activity 1, simulating dialysis or simple diffusion. And then it says here, add a file. So what you would do is you click on that, and it's going to help you on your computer go find that PDF, and then you would upload it. And once you upload it, it's going to be sitting right here. And then if you need to write me a note or have a comment about the lab, you can certainly put it in here. And then you'll hit submit, and it will load up into that Dropbox so I can correct it. I think you guys will do great on this. It's not hard. It's a lab that should take you between a half an hour to 2 hours, depending on how much studying you have to do to understand molecular weight, moles, and Avogadro's numbers, and the molecular weight cutoff pores, and concentration gradients, and different things like that. As always, please email me if you have any questions. Good luck.